Welcome everybody to another episode of UFO Man Live, featuring my main man and right arm, my co-host Tommy Highway, and of course myself, UFO Man, and my guest Jax from Paranormal Underworld.
How you doing?
How you doing, Jax?
Good. How are you?
Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome. Tonight we have two segments. Part one is a UFO video review presented by myself, which we will play videos, and then after each video we will have a little bit of time to talk about it, and then we'll move on to the next video. Part two is a discussion on UFOs at the International Space Station and the testimony of astronaut Gordon Cooper and others, presented by my co-host Tommy Highway, with possible narrative and comments by Jax from Paranormal Underworld. After each segment or video, we will hold an open discussion with you, the viewer, and participants in the chat room. So sit back and enjoy the ride. So, alrighty, we are going to get the first video up. Alrighty, this takes a couple seconds. Okay, here we go. This is called Oh My Goodness, Lights in the Sky Over Boulder, Colorado on March 14th, 2020.
One of the great challenges in this world is knowing enough about a subject to think you're right.
Here we go. Hey guys, it's UFO Man. Girl sees multiple lights over Boulder, Colorado. Check it out.
What's going on? Okay. What is that? It doesn't look the same on the recorder. What the fuck is that? What is that? What is that? Oh my goodness. 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 Lord, please. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm scared. I'm shaking right now. And I'm scared. Because this is fucking crazy. What is this, please? Oh my god, I can't keep my camera still. Okay, what is this? Oh, shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? No, they're not. They're not fucking floating lanterns, dude. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm shaking right now. I'm tripping. No, you don't understand. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
These are some still shots. Okay, that's the end of that one. I don't know what these lights are. Being that they didn't show any navigation lights, I think they're legit lights in the sky. I don't know what they are. Why I say that is I don't think they're drones. Drones would have navigation lights if they're flying at night. Right, Jax?
Some do, yes, but amateur drones don't.
Amateur drones don't, but would they produce that bright of light?
No, they wouldn't have any light at all.
That's my point. Now, at the end of the video, though, these lights break up. You saw it break up, right? Right at the end where she's saying, oh my God.
Shaking right now, I'm tripping. No, you don't understand. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh, well, anyways, at the end, the lights break up. They break up into a group. That's why I wondered if they were drones. I wasn't sure. I almost think these are real. Let's see if here I can go back to that spot again where they break up.
Oh my goodness, I'm scared. I'm shaking right now. And I'm scared because this is fucking crazy. What is this, please? Oh my god, I can't keep my camera still. Okay, what is this? Oh, Shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. What the fuck is that? No, they're not. They're not fucking floating lanterns, dude.
Right there.
I'm sorry, I'm shaking right now.
Just back a second here.
I'm sorry, I'm shaking right now.
No.
What the fuck is that? No, they're not. They're not.
Right there. You see how they broke apart?
Yep.
That's why I was thinking maybe they were drones because they were moving apart. But I don't know. So this is up in the air. It's genuinely an unidentified sighting. Have no clue what it is.
Definite maybe.
Right. Welcome, James. Welcome, Stephen. Welcome, Mikey. Welcome, everybody, to the chat. We're going to bring up another video here. This one is a partial video of an object that was filmed outside the International Space Station recently. Take a look. And I will point out where it is. It's right here at the edge of the station, and we will zoom in a second. It's right there, right here. Now, it'll zoom in closer than that. It seems to be traveling the same speed as the station is.
Mm-hmm.
We sure that's not a Dragon capsule or something?
It completes Form 14. Everything is.
It doesn't look like it because it's kind of like a diamond wedge.
11th orbit. The time is 23:13:24.
We'll get closer to it so you can take a good look at it. 23:12:13:24. Everything is correct. So it is 23:13:13:24. Yes, 23:13:24. Copy. Thank you so much, and I'm ready to listen to your comments. Maybe you have received maybe you have performed some additional of Uragan. The data is on RS3. That's closer.
And the folder has the same number as the radiogram. Copy, Oleg.
If you see it, it's dark in the front.
Anything else?
You can see the sun or whatever reflecting off the side over here on the right.
Then,
but it is definitely darker in front, so I don't know what that is.
Of filters and FGB,
It's traveling the same speed as the space station. That's what's wild.
Very contaminated.
Yes.
And they're not gaining on it one iota.
Well, it was kind of average clean.
It actually looks like it's pulling away from the space station a little bit.
Copy that. Now, regarding Matryoshka Treetail payload,
just a little bit.
Pictures are on RSP, and the folder has the same number as the radiogram. Yes, that's correct. Now, regarding Glisser,
I have no idea what that is.
Have you charged?
They're so quick to cut the ISS cameras for different anomalies in space that I'm surprised that they would let this one go.
I understand that later in the video they do cut the video feed, but I only have it queued for just a little bit because it's 20 minutes long. So. But they do cut it, yeah.
And that is slowly pulling away.
It is slowly pulling away, yeah.
It is.
And it doesn't look like it was added because there's no like squares or blurring around it. You know what I mean?
Number
it actually
9,
looks suspended above the
doesn't have a barcode.
above the earth.
Copy. Okay, so the first page of the radiogram has the number 9. All right. Copy that. So BPK was not activated today. Is this correct understanding, Oleg?
Anyway, I just thought that was pretty
unusual,
and I needed to point it out. And that's one of the ones that's been seen by the ISS recently, actually, on February 21st.
Copy. Now, you had a question regarding BKO installation, and the installation of this unit is scheduled for the second decade.
Sometimes they do miss these items, and they don't close the screen down on it. And there have been several cases where there have been odd shapes flying either near the ISS or along with it. This one shows propulsion because it's pulling away. Other things I've seen have just been floating next to the ISS, and you don't know if it's space junk or what. But in this case, I think it may have been a legitimate sighting. But as I say on UFO Man, and also what Tommy says, and I'm sure other people will attest to, there is no definitive way to decide whether it's legitimate or not.
That's right.
We just think that it's pretty credible at this point. Okay, next one, November 29th, 2019, Wapakoneta, Ohio.
Wapakoneta.
Wapakoneta. Okay, this is in Tommy's neck of the woods. Here we go. It's coming up. You see that blurred area in the sky?
Yeah.
It's going to become clearer, and when you see it, you'll know.
Huh.
Just wait till it comes closer. It comes really clear. Now, I don't know if these are drones or what they are. Check that out. If they're drones, there's a heck of a lot of them.
Yeah, and they're awfully tight together too. I mean,
yes.
Yeah.
To coordinate something like that without them ramming into each other, I mean.
Yeah, it kind of does, Mike. I don't know if it's a drone show or not. Being that they're so close together, and being that there's no nav lights, and being that they're amber, and the fact that they're really, really bright, being seen by a moving vehicle, and they're maintaining the same speed as the car. So that was kind of interesting.
Amazing footage.
I was gonna stop that one. Okay. Anybody have any thoughts on that one?
I'm having a tough time calling it, a bunch of drones because they are so tight together.
Right.
They probably would end up banging into each other and falling out of the sky. That's my opinion.
Right.
But
I would agree with you. They were really, really tightly packed, and I can see drones keeping spaces away from each other. Stephen Padilla in the chat says those look more like orbs. According to Mike, that's how it looks in a show. They use over 100,000 small glowing drones. Okay, I've never seen that, Mikey, but that could very well be. James Borg in the chat says he thinks they're drones. So they could be drones, yes, but they could also be something other. Bonker says UFOs because most likely because they're too close together, and I would agree with that. Okay.
It could be swamp gas.
Could be swamp gas. It could be a reflection off the butt of a goose. Anyways, here we go. Next one. January 19th, 2020, a report to MUFON, a UFO shot from a plane over Utah, allegedly. Oop, I got to make it big, sorry. Supposedly a disc, or I don't know if that's a disc or if that's a, I don't know, a cylinder. I'm not sure. Can't tell you. This was filmed from a plane.
It looks like legit footage.
Yeah. Looks like it has a field around it. Because on the bottom you can see a shadow. Like right here there's a shadow. And then on top there's also kind of a slight shadow. And around this side of it, the leading edge. Yeah, it kind of does look like the Tic Tac, Stephen. I agree.
Yep.
Hi, Ryan. Welcome to the chat. James said it looks like a disc. What do you think, Jax?
I don't know. The shadow above it and the shadow below, that's kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, it does me too.
Because it doesn't, why would, okay. See where the sun is on the mountain?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be casting a shadow on top of it.
But it would be doing it on the leading edge, which it is.
Right, but not on top.
Right, but the one on top is barely visible.
But it's still noticeable. But that's my whole point. It should not be there if that was legit. Okay.
All right, we'll go with that. We have one vote for not legit. MUFON has this as a Tic Tac UFO. Okay, that's cool. That's what they're saying about it. Okay, here is a blazing fast red UFO filmed over Madragone, Italy. This is a look back because I think this is from 2018, if I'm exact. I brought this up because I took a good look at it. It's from 12/20/2018. I have questions about this one, so let's take a look, see, and you can check it out.
EDGAR 517, do you want to report a UFO? Over.
Hey guys, it's UFO Man. I know we're going back in this UFO footage, but this is from 12/20/2018 of a red object flying over Madragone, Italy. Unknown as to what it is. I have enlarged it ×2, ×3, and even slowed it down for you to get a better look at. Take a look at it, make an assessment, let me know what you think in the comments. Here I have sped up the footage ×2. Here's the original footage, unaltered. Original speed. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll go back. Wow. See, now this, I think, could be a drone. Let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know.
There's just not much to go on.
Yeah, it's not much to go on. Here I have sped up the footage ×2. Here's the original footage, unaltered. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, thanks. So there it is right there. I don't know what to say about it. For watching. I don't know what to say about that one. I'm kind of at a loss. Guys, got any things to say?
It kind of looks like, you know, the other night when we did the one that with the duck behind the plane.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that.
Kind of. Yeah, I agree.
Except totally different color, but it's got the same shape.
The red color is kind of an odd red color too.
It is.
Yeah, maybe military, Savannah. Yeah, you're right. Mike, James Borg says, looks like a beam ship, but red. Mike says something military. James says, they say Zeta ships are red. I don't know. But this one here, when it flies past you up into the right side of the frame, it kind of looks like a wedge. So I don't know what it is. But here we go. Next one. This one I posted recently. It's a crystalline UFO filmed over Paris, France on 7/12/2019. It is a look back, but I need you to take a look at it because I find it kind of interesting. Here we go.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist.
Commercials. Sorry about the commercial.
No astronaut.
Hey guys, it's UFO Man. In this clip, I have an object that appears to be a crystalline structure of some kind, shimmering and sparkling in the sky, and it does move. I have no idea what it is. Let me know what you think. Now watch. I will, for about the next minute and 20 seconds, I have adjusted the contrast, brightness, and saturation so that you can get a clearer look at the sparkling object. Wow, I just don't know what it is. You got to take a look and let me know what you think in the comments below. This was filmed over France on July 12th of 2019, over Paris, France. I have no idea what that is. Here's the original footage with the contrast, brightness, and saturation still adjusted. So take a look at it. Make an assessment. Tell me what you really think it might be, because I don't know what it is. Right, I have no clue what that is. It's just really interesting. Here's the original unaltered footage. So that you can take a look at it and see how it really appeared in the first place. And as always, I want to thank you for watching. So it's hard to capture with all the lights. Shoot, let's see if I can go to the middle here. I can't. At the sparkling object. It's hard to capture. Wow, I just don't know what it is. You got to take a look and let me know what you... Right there is about the best I can do. I have no idea what that is. And it'd be incredibly difficult to fake because of how the lights are flashing and how it's put in the sky. I don't know what that is. What do you think, guys?
I'm at a loss for words on that one.
It looks like ice to me. I mean, I just get the feeling that I'm looking at ice. I don't know why.
Somebody on my comment section on my channel thought maybe somebody outside set up like a reflective surface and then used like a jeweled handbag and made that look like that. Now, that would be going to a lot of work to try to film that exactly. So if that's the case, maybe. But in other cases, it could actually be legitimate. I don't know what it is. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. And I personally think it's legitimate. I don't know what it is. I have no clue. I can't say it's a drone. I can't say it's an ARB. I can't say it's alien either. But I can say it's something in the sky flying around that is not meant to be there. What do you think, Jax? Do you agree?
It's definitely an interesting piece of footage. As far as what it could be, I have no idea.
Yeah.
But there is a comment in the comment in the chat from Bonka Bonka. Could they change dimension at will? It's very highly possible that they can change dimensions. Absolutely.
Mike, hard to tell footage, not close enough or clear enough. Yes, I agree. But when I changed the contrast and the brightness, you were able to see it clearer than the original footage. So that's about the best I could bring it out. And I ran it through several filters, and this was the only way I could bring it out the best. All right, next one I got up here is January 18th, 2020, El Paso, Texas. They want to be seen.
Whoa.
Whatever it is not normal.
Now this is over El Paso, Texas. If he can control his camera. See, this is what it is. People don't have a tripod and don't have the ability to focus on UFOs right away, so that's why they shake.
There's 3 now. Holy fuck.
Wow, okay. Look at them.
There's 4.
Awfully bright looking for a drone.
Yeah, there's 5.
There's 5. There's 6.
Ryan says they're not drones.
7. Oh my god.
Welcome, Alex.
Oh my god. There's.
They're floating in air. They're creating formations, and I filmed it.
6 of them. Now there's 5.
There.
I know there's 6.
They're disappearing now. Oh my god. 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 I'm getting all this.
We got disconnected.
Are
you filming it?
Yes, they're disappearing now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yes, we were disconnected.
They're trying to say that they're drones. Those are not drones.
I don't think so. I don't think they're drones. They're not flares.
Right.
Chinese lanterns, nothing like that.
No.
Nope.
Do that.
Drones, if they're up that high, they wouldn't be putting up that much light.
No way.
And sustaining it, and then going out completely in the dark because they'd run into each other.
And they're gone.
Yeah, I'm not going with drones on this one. I agree, James.
I saw this one. Now, this one made me think it might be flares. Because this is from the 17th of January, not the 19th. The first one was from the 19th. This is from the 17th. And the way they're dropping down in a straight line and then going out, to me, this looks like flare activity. I'm not sure. But I don't know. See, there's like a smoke like right here. See it? At the top?
Yeah.
So I think this one is flares, but the first one was not.
Nope.
This one was definitely not. I don't know what that was, but I think this is a good video capture as well.
Mm-hmm.
That was 18th of January over El Paso, Texas. Come on. Yes, Ryan, I think the second one was flares because of the smoke trail. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So guys, what did you think about that first clip?
They just hung there. That was so. I just can't think of what else that could be. I mean, at this point, we're not looking at Chinese lanterns, not looking at anything blowing in the wind. I mean, they're stationary objects. And if they're drones, they're pumping a lot of light out. Yeah,
Mark Genrich in the chat said, has there been a surge, I'm assuming, in UFO sightings since this COVID-19 started? And I would say no. I'd say there's probably about the same amount of UFO sightings. It's just more people are getting bored of staying in their house and they're going outside and filming stuff. So they're paying more attention to the sky because they have to stay home. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay, let's see here. I don't know what the other guys think, but that's what I think. Okay, this occurred over Valparaiso, Brazil. Check this out. Come on. Uh-oh, got the cute girl again. Sorry about this. Although she's cute.
We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Sorry about that, guys. Hey guys, it's UFO Man. In this video, I'm taking a second look at these lights to see what they are. They're unusual in their nature. So take a look at them and make an assessment. Here are multiple lights in a repeating pattern filmed over Brazil on July 25th, 2019. Thought at first to be fireworks, but ruled out due to the repeating pattern. And due to the fact that there are no rocket streams going up to the individual lights, like as in fireworks. Many people were on the street below the apartment buildings, witnessing these lights, and during the duration of the sighting, there was no sound reported. In the following frames, I have enlarged the footage and repeated it ×3. Here I have enlarged the footage by 0.25x. In the second and third replay, I have enlarged the footage by 0.50x. There's one light in there that strobes. It's right in the middle. You'll see it.
Yep.
It's a red light right there.
Yep.
Hey, I hope you got a good look at this light display and were able to make an assessment. And if you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the footage and repeated it ×3. It's just really interesting. Here I have enlarged the footage by 0.25x. Now, I really thought it might be fireworks at first. But with no rocket streams going up to them. I have enlarged the footage by 0.50x. And the fact that it keeps repeating its pattern.
No smoke.
No smoke at all. And no sound. What is it? I don't know.
That's a good one.
It's really, really cool. Hey, I hope you got a good look at this light display and were able to make an assessment. And if you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And as always, thank you for watching. Okay.
Now, as far as the pattern goes on that, is there a way to like mathematically a type of communication?
Yeah, it could be. Somebody mentioned to me in the comments that they thought maybe it was trying to communicate or leave a message, and it could be like a Morse code message through lights. So I have no idea if anybody's ever tried to translate that or not, but it's a good piece of footage because it doesn't have those rocket trails. But when I first saw it, I thought right away, that's just fireworks above a apartment building. But it couldn't be because there's no rocket trails and there's no smoke, just like Tommy said. So I don't know what it is, man. I really think it's a good piece of footage. What do you think, Mike? No clue on this one, just wild is what he said. Steven says, we are being visited. James Borg said, this is a really trippy one. And Stephen also said, excellent UFO ship. Alex said, trippy one. So everybody in the chat is agreeing. Yes, I agree. Okay, going back to the next one. Here are spectacular UFOs caught over Richmond, Virginia, and Cleveland, Ohio. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's UFO Man. I'm reposting this footage out of Richmond, Virginia from December 11, 2019 to show that we have some multiple lights here, that it is not what it seems. It could very well be something much larger, as indicated by the red flashing light that is lower than the actual object, which you will see when we zoom back in here. Let me see. Okay, there it is. You see it? There it is. Okay. It's reflecting off of something larger.
Yeah, on the right-hand side, there's a reflecting red light.
Be a helicopter, but the lights are not indicative of a helicopter. And I've talked to other friends about it, and we have ascertained that it is indeed a UFO. So check it out, make an assessment, and let me know what you think. Hey guys, in this second clip.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the first clip.
When we zoom back in here, let me see. Okay, there it is. You see it?
Did you see that flashing light that's down lower?
Yeah.
Like down here?
I did see that.
I don't know what that is, and that's why I think it's much bigger than it looks.
Okay, it's reflecting off of something larger. Don't know what it is. I thought at first it might be a helicopter, but the lights are not indicative of a helicopter. And I've talked to other friends about it, and we have ascertained that it is indeed a UFO. So check it out, make an assessment, and let me know what you think.
Now, it doesn't always have those two flashing red lights. At one point, it's only one.
Hey guys, in this second clip, we got footage out of Cleveland, Ohio, dated January 12, 2020. What it is unclear at this time.
See, this has a smoke trail up top, so I don't know what this is.
And it is extremely bright, so it's hard to tell what it is. And with the cameraman over-focusing on the object, it makes it even more difficult to tell what it is. But if you can make an assessment, let me know what you think down below.
I think that might be a flare. And the reason I'm going there is because of that smoke trail above it.
And for this light to exhibit so much brightness,
but then again, that trail doesn't change
in size. And if you look, there's like a right-sided red flash. Could it be some type of conventional aircraft? Who knows? But it's extremely large, and it has an extremely bright forward light. Check it out, make an assessment, let me know what you think. And as always, thank you for watching.
So what do you think of clip number 1? This one.
Clip number 1 to me looks like it's because you can't make out anything. There's nothing there. It's just black.
Yeah.
For all we know, just throwing this out there,
Right.
that could be up the side of a hill or a mountain, and those could be emergency vehicles.
Actually, according to the people I spoke to, and I spoke to them in depth, these are actually in the air. And I had to take their word on it because they're the ones that filmed it, you know. Now, you are correct. We don't know if there's mountains behind it. So it could be what you're saying. I don't know. But according to them, no, this is in the air. So I went along with what they said.
Can you go back to them and ask them to take a perspective photograph during the day in the direction that was?
Sure. Yeah, I can do that. I'll do that, and I'll post it on another live stream, and we'll update it. Sure. Will do. Okay, the second one bothers me, but then I was watching it, and this little white puff that's above it stays the same shape throughout the entire sighting. So I don't know if that's a camera anomaly, a reflection, or if that's a puff of smoke. Check it out.
To me, it looks like there's like a blob all the way around it.
Difficult to tell
Yeah,
what it is.
I don't know what that is.
If you can, make an assessment and let me know what you think, though.
See, now there's something right here, and then it goes all the way around it, like Tommy said. I don't know what that is. Hole in the sky, Renee says. Clip 2 looks like a pyramidal shape, James Borg says. Scratch says has strobes. Mike says it's a light. Mike says it also looks like a bell. He's correct. It does look like a bell.
Yep, I'll go with that.
Who knows? Maybe it's the Nazi bell. I don't know. Why am I trying to play it over there?
Down below.
Okay, here we go.
I've talked this over with a few of my friends, and for this light to exhibit so much brightness, it would have to be significant in size. And if you look, there's like a right-sided red flash. Could it be some type of conventional
Right there, it looks like a bell.
Yeah, I agree.
aircraft? Who knows? But it's extremely large, and it has an extremely bright forward light. Check it out, make an assessment, and let me know what you think.
Okay, that was over Cleveland. By the way, Tommy, in your neck of the woods. You have a lot of UFO sightings in your area, don't you?
Yeah, well, I don't live there anymore, but I'm from Ohio. And yes, Ohio is known for UFO sightings, especially around Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And that is my neighborhood.
Right. Okay, here's a massive black object filmed beneath the sun on 1/23/2020 over Pennsylvania. This video was submitted to a friend of Jackson and mine, and also I think you know him as well, Tommy. His name is Gyro, and I'm giving him a shout out. Gyro, thanks for the video. He actually showed us pictures of the sky indicating that there are no mountains behind where this object was filmed. So check this out. Oh, I don't know why it does that. Hold on. There we go. Hey guys, it's UFO Man. Here's a clip that was filmed over Lock Haven, Pennsylvania on 1/23/2020 by a friend of mine named Gyro. He doesn't have any idea what this object is. Take a look at it, make an assessment, leave your comments below.
This is 8 times the zoom. I don't know what that is under the sun. It looks like a disc of some sort, dome shaped. But it's just sitting there. It's been sitting there for a few minutes. It's kind of boomerang shaped, maybe.
Hey guys, here's the original footage again, showing the object with the original lighting and the original saturation and contrast. Some people have suggested it might be a mountain poking out through the haze, but even though there are mountains in this area, this was not in the direction of a mountain. Witness said this is definitely not a mountain. It wasn't there, and then it was there. What it is unclear at this time. Make an assessment and put your comments below. What do you think that is, guys?
It's hard to say.
Yet again, it's hard to say because the picture isn't that clear. Yes, I agree. What do you think, Jax?
It's you know, to me, it still looks like you said, the mountain peak peeking up above the clouds, but there's no mountain there. So I don't know. But still, I'd like to see, even Coop said it in this chat.
Yes.
I want to see a perspective photograph of the direction so we can compare it to it.
Right. Now, Gyro did show me some pictures on Google Hangouts that I'll have to bring up sometime in regards to the area on a sunny day with a clear sky, and there's absolutely no mountains in that area. I can attest to that, but I can't prove it because I don't have the photos here. So I will do that on another live stream, and I will bring them out along with this video again, and we will revisit this with the photographic evidence to prove that there are no mountains in the background. Sound good?
Yes. I mean, there's other stuff out there too, and I'm not even saying that, suggesting that they're real, because I know that they're not.
Right. Yeah,
But,
I don't know
like,
what this is.
But like there's other, like the city in the cloud thing.
Right.
You know, it's like
right. So you're saying like Project Bluebeam?
Something.
Or it could actually be some type of cloud, you know, some type of darker cloud that's sitting there too. We don't know.
Well, you got Ohio, which is a very heavily industrialized state, and it could be that it got some kind of funk in a cloud, and you know,
right?
You see strange things. I mean, especially back in the day, but I mean, you know, it's happened before. It's hard to say what that is.
I want to welcome Cyrus to the chat. Good to see you, Smooth Virus. Okay, all right, next one. I gotta do this big. Many different UFOs seem to be visiting us at this time. Why do you think that is the title of this one. Sorry about the commercial. Hey guys, it's UFO Man. Here's some lights at the I-90-94 interstate corridor crossover bridge at the Rushford turnoff in Minnesota. This happened in September of 2018. Check it out. I actually filmed that.
Oh, really?
So, yes. Not this one. In this clip, we either have purple ball plasma or we have a UFO that's purplish, filmed over New Jersey in June of 2019. I think that's ball plasma, to be honest with you. Watch what happens. Just takes off. Now this shows... In this clip, we have a fast-moving, low-flying disc that you can see when the sky illuminates with lightning. So check it out. Goes right over the fence. I don't know what that is. Here we have 3 lights filmed over Lyon, France in August of 2019.
I can't imagine those being drones being that bright and that time of day. I mean, I just
That
can't
far
imagine
away
that.
and over farmland.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, drones are flown over farmland, but yeah, I agree. Kind of hard to tell though because they are kind of blurry. Okay, after this one, I think we have one more shot.
Yeah, Smooth Virus said that definitely not drones.
No, I agree.
Okay. Hey, in this last clip, we have a cobalt blue whitish object over Kusatsu, Japan on August 11th, 2019. Check it out. Hard to tell what this is too because of how bright the light is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I hope. Okay, well, that's that one. I don't know what to say, but most of those, this one especially, I think this is an unknown. The 3 lights over Lyon, France, I don't know what those were. Could be anything. Could be airplanes. Could be anything.
Yeah, speaking as an IT guy, the thing you have to understand that's different between digital photography and regular photography is that when you're taking a photo with a digital camera, be it a video, still shot, whatever, what you're actually getting there is you're getting a computer's interpretation of a photo. Okay. You're not getting like the actual shutter of camera film. Okay. That was an actual image. When you're not getting that, you're getting the interpretation again from what the computer on board the camera wants to look at, what it's trying to interpret. So a lot of times when you see these camera anomalies or whatever, and that they're just that, they're camera anomalies, and that could be one.
Right. This video, I was supposed to point out, Smooth Virus said those lights over Lyon, France are kind of like when he flies his RC planes. They could very well be something like that. Somebody flying an RC plane and having the lights on, and you see that in the sky coming at you. And that could be a possibility. Or it could be near an airport. He suspects the one in France is airplanes on a terminal arrival to an airport. So that's very likely. I even thought that myself. Okay, but the last one was unknown to me. I don't know what that was. Here we go. This is possible portal releasing bright lights outside Marfa, Texas. These are the Marfa lights. The Marfa lights are famous because they keep reoccurring in the same area and they seem to have no source, but they also appear to be like UFO lights. Here we go. Hey guys, in this clip we have the mysterious Marfa lights.
Check it out.
Viewed from a viewing station 9 miles outside of Marfa, Texas. They were filmed on May 18th, 2019. Check them out. Could there possibly be a portal of some type in front of the Marfa Mountains where objects are coming and going on a regular basis, and that's why they are having so many frequent sightings over the years? it would make sense to me that there could be some type of portal activity and that these are actually UFOs of some kind. What do you think? Please put your comments below. Thank you. They're really hard to see. But I guess people come from all over to witness these lights, and they are quite regular. Coming up, I have zoomed in on some of the video footage and provided you with 5 still images so you can get a better look at the object. Due to the flaring of the lights and the intensity, it's kind of difficult to discern a shape. But if you have any ideas, please leave your comments below. And see, the problem with it is because they're so flared and so far away, and the camera quality is not that great, you can't really get a good image on what it is. Now, from what I've heard, a lot of people think these are luminescence from plants in the area, because when they go to the site where the lights are happening, they're not there. The lights aren't there. They can't find them. They're gone. It's like they're just not there. But then I've heard of UFO reports where people go to see a UFO, and when they get to the site where the UFO occurred, it's not there anymore because it disappeared. So my idea is that these are UFOs that people are seeing. And the reason I say that is because they keep reoccurring, but they keep reoccurring in different spots. They're not the same patterns of lights, you know, they don't keep repeating the same pattern, and they are in different spots, but in the same area. What do you think, Jax?
It's my first instinct was that maybe it was like some type of, not even a car, not even saying that, but a four-wheeler, some type of headlight.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, that would explain why they would disappear and pop up somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Although they have a stand that is erected for people to go and watch these things. And these lights are like 9 miles outside of town. There are no roads in the direction of where these lights are coming from. It is on the side of a hill or a mountain, okay? Now, whether there are roads there, I don't know, okay? But these Marfa lights are famous, and people have been looking at them for decades.
Well, it reminds me of something that I seen back in July of 2018 in Nevada.
Right.
There was the lights coming down the hill, and you could definitely see it was a hill, and then all of a sudden there was like a second light, like side by side. And I said to somebody, I said, "Look, there's a car coming down the hill over there." He's like, "There's no street over there." I'm like, "What do you mean there's no street over there?" He goes, "Those lights are coming down. There's nothing there. It's nothing but trees."
Right.
So whatever was there was like making these lights appear. So whatever is creating these lights, whether the temperature has to be just right or whatever, there's something definitely going on.
Okay, now this lady in this one saw these over ground first, and then they moved out over Cook's Inlet next to Alaska, causing reflections in the water. So they actually moved as a group out over water. So here we go.
Hey, I don't know if you heard, but we just had a big development in the unfolding Spygate investigations.
Hold on.
It's just been revealed that
Well, it wouldn't stop, but weird lights. And they're orange. And I've never seen them there before, and they're just sitting there. Mom, I don't know what this is, but it freaks me out. They're not moving. I've never seen anything like that before. And they're just floating there. Oh, another one came. Okay.
There's like 5 there. There's 2 right
Oh
there.
my gosh. Mom,
Right there, there's
I don't
2.
know what they are.
There's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
See that?
They wouldn't stop, but weird lights. And they're orange. And I've never seen them there before, and they're just sitting there. Mom, I don't know what this is, but it freaks me out. They're not moving. I've never seen anything like that before. And they're just floating there. Oh, another one came. Okay.
I'm going to stop this for a minute because Smooth Virus is saying, is there oil industry in the Cook Inlet? Yes, there is. But these lights were over the ground before they moved out over the water. They moved as a group. So it couldn't be anything towed in the water if it moved from the ground out into the water. And she said it was about half a mile out over the water, not that far away. And according to her mom, sorry, Jax, according to her mom, in the provenance that I got, she claimed that her family had seen these lights several times and they had appeared over their house and had moved out over the water. So this is the same type of lights that they had been seeing. Now, behind this, out in the water, there is a freestanding oil derrick. So it's hard to ascertain whether these are actually coming from there, other than to base it on the provenance I got from the actual people. Right, it's not an oil derrick, Cyrus. Something moved from overground out over the water. I don't know what it is. I couldn't tell you. But they are holding position. What do you think, Jax?
I was just going to ask if there was additional footage of that being on the ground before it moved out to the ocean.
Well, no, I only have this clip.
But when you said that was actually over their house too, it was just like, forget it.
Yeah, they were really worked up about this sighting, and that's why they posted it, and they gave me permission to post it. Okay, what do you think, Tommy?
Hard to say. It definitely looks, whatever it is definitely stationary, and it looks like maybe it could be, some sort of smokestacks or whatever. But you think these people would have seen that, more than just a few times,
right?
It's definitely casting a reflection on the water, no question about that. I don't know. I would like to see this area in the daytime to see what it looked like.
Right, exactly. So that's another one we will revisit and bring it back with the daylight pics. Sound good?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll do that. All righty. We're getting down to the end of the video, so we can go into our next segment. But here we go. Another Tic Tac UFO filmed over Baldwinsville Foxfire Golf Course, New York. A lot of Tic Tac videos I've seen lately really seem to be fake, but this one, according to the lady, is exactly how she saw it. Hey guys, here's a clip concerning a white object moving slowly toward the tree line on the right. Right there. You can see it. I will bring it in so you can see it better. I'm going to loop it back so you can see it again. And this is what the statement said. I took this video with my Nikon Coolpix last spring while walking on the Foxfire Golf Course in Baldwinsville, New York, a suburb of Syracuse, New York. The sound in the background are cars going by. The UFO itself was completely silent. The silence is what caused me to take the video. That and the fact I could not see any airplane wings or tail. It flew parallel to the ground and did not seem very far away, perhaps a mile. Taken by Kim Bellardini. and submit it to the UFO Man channel. If you like the video, tap the like button and subscribe. Thanks. So that's what she saw. She saw that Tic Tac thing going over behind the tree. I would say this is one of the more legit white Tic Tac videos I've seen. A lot of fake ones out there. But according to this lady, she was just out walking and caught it. What do you think, Jax?
I had to step away to use the bathroom. I'm sorry.
Oh, do you want to see it again?
Please, if you don't mind.
Sure. Here we go. Kind of hard to see at first until I blow it up. Here's a clip concerning a white object moving slowly toward the tree line on the right. You can see it right here in the video. I'm going to loop it back so you can see it again. And this is what the statement said. I took this video with my Nikon Coolpix last spring while walking on the Foxfire Golf Course in Baldwinsville, New York, a suburb of Syracuse, New York. The sound in the background are cars going by. The UFO itself was completely silent. The silence is what caused me to take the video. That and the fact I could not see any airplane wings or tail. It flew parallel to the ground and did not seem very far away, perhaps a mile. Taken by Kim Bellardini and submitted to the UFO Man channel. That's what it looked like up close. I couldn't even bring it in any clearer.
Okay, with a Coolpix, everybody, I mean, ask Coop. Those cameras are so incredible with the zoom.
Right.
Why not zoom in on it with the camera?
I don't know. Maybe she was walking and didn't know how to use it. I don't know. I really don't know.
It doesn't look like a conventional aircraft. I mean, they're
No.
right. I don't see a tail, wings, engines. I mean,
The video. That and the fact I could not see any airplane wings or tail. Right there. That's about as close as she gets. Right there. Anyways, we'll leave that as an unknown. I got one more I'm going to play, and then we're going to segue into Tommy's segment. Okay, these are lights seen over Terre Haute, Indiana, and outside Lansing, Michigan. Witnesses shocked. Okay, here we go. Oh, I must not have any sound. Hold on. Hey guys, here's a clip of 4 lights filmed over Terre Haute, Indiana on August 21st, 2019. Check them out. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thank you.
What is that?
Just wait. They'll come back.
Yeah, what is going on? Yeah, that is bizarre, dude. Like, what's going on, man? Like, there's one circling. You see that one circling over there? And then they go away.
There's like a plane flying over.
Yeah, like, what is happening?
But yeah, look at a trail behind there.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is how they're circling so close.
Yeah, what is going on there?
Whatever's trailing behind them just disappears.
Yeah, then it's gone.
Here's another one.
Just breathe, honey.
Fucking assholes, get your lights off of me.
It's a cop. The people inside probably called.
Yeah. In this clip, we see 3 lights over a highway in Lansing, Michigan on September 11th, 2019.
Good eye, honey. What?
Yeah, I don't know if those are lanterns there, Cyrus, because they're not moving.
Yeah, they're not moving. They're keeping their distance from each other and at the same height.
There we go.
Yes, pretty straight line. Yep, I agree. I don't know what those two lights down below are, though.
Oh, down to 2. Shit, there goes another one. Fuck.
God damn it.
There goes the last one as soon as you get the camera. That's right. I got a total of like 4 minutes.
So the duration of the sighting was 4 minutes long. They all disappeared. Have no clue what they are. What do you guys think?
They were stationary and they were there and then they were gone. I mean, they weren't moving at all. At least it didn't look like they were moving at all. That's very interesting.
Right. What did you think of the other clips?
Well, the first clip right before this one, where they seem to be like moving around in a circular pattern.
I thought those were drones.
It very well could have been.
But they disappeared completely, though.
I know. That's weird.
And the people were claiming there was no noise. And I know that drones, at least to my knowledge, aren't completely whisper silent.
Now, Cyrus says it doesn't. Those don't look like drones to him. Now, I get a question for Cyrus. Where you're a master drone person, or whatever you want to call it. Do most drones have lights on them, or does that depend?
They aren't silent, but can be very quiet.
And many of them do have lights on them.
Right. Oops.
The
Just
ones
chilling.
by. Okay.
So yes, many do have lights on them. The ones from Best Buy do, he says. Just to let everybody know, Smooth Virus in the chat is our resident expert on drones and RC planes. So we go to him for expert advice, and he kind of helps us figure out what we're looking at.
He actually builds his own drones.
He builds his own drones and his own RC planes, and some of them are quite large. And he also flies them, takes footage, and posts them online as well. I'm sure we can get his link and maybe post it in our summary after the live is posted online. Okay, we're going to segue into our last segment presented by Tommy Highway. Take it away, Tommy.
Thanks, Tim, and thanks everybody for coming out. We really appreciate it. We appreciate the love and support. We as, let's just say, believers, people that are very interested in the UFO subject, we tend to want to wait around for the government to actually disclose this information to us. In other words, come clean about what's really going on here. But if we actually consider that, in a way, they sort of already have. You see, we've had several astronauts, and these people are people that are highly trained. I mean, the most highly trained people on the planet Earth, okay? They're usually military personnel. They're very disciplined people. But we've actually had several of these folks come out and tell us some very dramatic stories. One of the astronauts I'm talking about is Gordo Cooper. Now, for those of you who don't know, Gordo Cooper was a test pilot way back in the day. Before he became an astronaut, he actually had his first UFO sighting in the cockpit of a jet that he was flying back in 1951, which got him interested in the subject. Now, obviously, he joined the space program. He was one of the first astronauts that America produced. And, these people are tested rigorously, mentally, physically, you name it. I mean, they really are. Now, he tells a very interesting story. And if you want to see the actual video and the interview, and I suggest that you do, then you might want to go out and check out Sirius.com. Just go out and type in Sirius Gordon Cooper in YouTube, and you'll see the video. It's about 15 minutes long. we'd love to show it to you, but with YouTube's restrictions, of course, we cannot do that.
It's copywritten. Yeah.
Right. That being said, it's a great story. And the story he tells is the fact that he's got all kinds of UFO stories, but one in particular is he sent a crew out to the desert, out to a dry lake bed, where they were setting up a camera system to basically take time-lapse footage of jets coming in and landing, things of that nature, really detailed photographs, right? So he sends these gentlemen out. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. They're out there for a little while in the desert, and they come back, and they tell him the story that while they were out there filming and setting up and all of that, a small saucer-shaped craft actually flew over, landed on the lake bed, extended these little gears and landed, and it stayed there for a period of time. And while it's doing that, they grab their camera gear. I mean, they got the best cameras in the world with them. So they run over to this thing, and they start taking photos as close as they could get to it, taking video and what have you. Well, all of a sudden, this thing takes off. It retracts its gear back up into the gear wells, and that's what he calls it, gear wells, like a pilot would. And this thing takes off and disappears. So these camera guys, they come to him, and they're very excited, and they explain what just happened, the whole story to him. So at that point, he ordered those gentlemen to go over and have the film developed immediately. And while they were doing that, he was going to try to figure out who to call within the government system, the military, to be able to report something like this. So they go over and do their thing. They get the film developed, and they bring it back. And by this time, he'd actually found somebody that he could talk to. And they said that they assured him that they would send somebody right down for the footage. Now, he didn't actually view the footage on, a projector. He didn't do that. But what he did do, he was able to, he says, take the film and actually put it up to the window. Now, he says that he sees the UFO, he sees the flying saucer, close-up shots, and the whole 9 yards. Now, this guy is a believer. Okay, there's no doubt about it. And he's actually even gone on record as to say that he believes that the United States government is withholding this information from the people. And, when it comes to credibility in American heroes and things like that, it doesn't really get a whole lot better than Gordon Cooper. I mean, again, if the guy hasn't stuck it out for this country, I mean, who has? Think about all the training and things that they had to go through back in the day before anybody knew anything about astronauts. It must have been torture, but and this guy, I don't know, when you see the video, he's just a stand-up guy. It just, to him, coming from him, I should say, it just seems so unbelievably credible. Like he's told this story a million times. He believes it. I'll put it that way. Okay. But he's not the only one. We also have Mr. Edgar Mitchell. Now, Edgar Mitchell has been saying for decades that not only does he have information that UFOs have landed on this planet, and aliens, I should say, have landed on this planet, he also has privileged information that the United States government has actually communicated with these people or these aliens on multiple occasions. Okay. Again, we're talking about Edgar Mitchell. This guy is a bona fide American hero, highly trained human being, highly disciplined from the military, and he's an astronaut on top of all of it. I mean, it just doesn't really get much better than that. So I guess my question is, these guys are already famous. They're already going to go down in American history forever and ever. Amen. They know that. We know that. Everybody knows that. What would be the purpose of actually coming forward with a story? And let's say in Gordon Cooper's case, what would be the purpose? Why would a military professional want to do that just to make a story up? Just to draw attention to himself? Well, here's the thing. He's the kind of guy that he doesn't want attention to himself. He's not into that at all. At least he wasn't when he was alive. Passed away in 2004. So if he's not looking for attention, why in the world would he possibly come out and disclose that information to the public?
Yeah,
and I'd like to
of discrediting himself doing it.
Exactly. I mean, that could have been bad for him. That could have gone bad for him in so many different ways. His career could be over, things of that nature. But he stuck it out there, and he really, again, if you see the video, he's really speaking from the heart. You can just tell. And I would like to know.
I'm sorry, but he has received a lot of ridicule from the ufology community for that interview. But there are some that believe him and some that don't. Go on.
I just can't imagine why a person would risk their credibility after having, that kind of resume, let's say,
correct.
For no particular reason. I mean, I'd like to know what the group thinks about that, the chat.
What do you think, Jack?
Well, I think it goes deeper than that too. I mean, they're just like, pilots and police officers and firemen, the list can just go on, and they get ridiculed if they try to report anything. It's sad. I mean, they're not trying to gain credit or become famous from anything. They just want to report on what they saw.
Right.
And it's sad that things have come down to, well, if you say anything, you're going to lose your job.
And he mentions that in that interview. He talks about how many of other pilots have had so many different experiences out there, and that they couldn't say anything. They spoke amongst each other, but they could never report them officially for fear of retribution and ridicule and the loss of their career. And that's sad. I mean, how much information have we lost to that stereotype?
Right, exactly. And in regards to Buzz Aldrin, he kind of refuses to talk, and I think he refuses to talk because of his non-disclosure agreement. He did. I heard, now I don't know if this is the case, I heard that the astronauts were threatened with their life being taken away and their family's life being taken away if they spoke about anything in concern with their Apollo missions. And being that a lot of people question whether Apollo actually happened, I would say let's just look at it from the viewpoint that it did. And if it did, why is Buzz Aldrin staying quiet? He's staying quiet because he doesn't want the ridicule. He doesn't want to lose his family or his life, because he was threatened by NASA and other officials, according to what I've read and studied.
He's always very uncomfortable when he's asked the questions.
He's very uncomfortable. In fact, I guess there was a little video out there of him talking to a little girl, and a little girl said, well, did you go to the moon? And he told the little girl, well, no. Well, we don't know if he was of sound mind when he did that. So how do we know if that's credible footage or not? We don't know. Maybe he said that to protect his non-disclosure agreement. I don't know. He may not have been to the moon, but maybe he was.
Well,
according to James, they saw stuff on the moon, and according to what I understand, that is the case. And they saw it before they landed. The actual orbiter could see structures on the moon before they actually went down with the lander. Go ahead, Tommy.
Well, I was just going to say that absolutely, and these aren't the only astronauts that have actually come forward and leaked information, or whatever you want to call it. The Skylab incident, we're all familiar with. Most of us are familiar with the photos that were taken from the Skylab project back in the early 70s, and they saw something outside the vehicle.
Right, and they took pictures of it.
They do, and it's amazing.
And those pictures made the paper, actually, which was kind of interesting. I think I even had a picture of that once. Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah, Skylab, yep. And I think even the Mir space station had pictures as well, and video.
They routinely cut the feed to the ISS space station to this day. And, we've all seen those videos of all of a sudden there's something out there, and then all of a sudden the feed gets cut. There's also some talk about why they don't put super high def cameras on the ISS, because the ISS, the external cameras, are currently not the best that money can buy. In fact, far from it. People don't know that.
Go ahead, Jax. What were you going to say?
I think when it comes to, the cameras on the ISS, I think that what that we see is what they want us to see. Sure. And they actually have the better footage of the cameras, higher resolution than what we see.
Correct. I agree with you. That's 100% correct. And sometimes what we're seeing may not be what we think it is. And it may be just space junk, because the amount of space junk flying around out there is incredible. Somebody showed me a map of that the other day, and I was aghast at how many satellites were in orbit and how much space junk. And they've got it all cataloged. They know exactly where it is and what it is. If it's a glove or a bolt or whatever, they know what it is. So maybe in that one piece of footage that I showed earlier in the night of that diamond-shaped thing that was flying in front of the space station, at first I thought that might be space junk, until it started to accelerate and pull away from the space station. That's what made me think it was a UFO or some type of vehicle. Otherwise, I would have said that's relegated to space junk. It's probably something, and that's why they didn't cut the feed. But they did, according to the video later on, they went to the green screen. But yes, I agree. I think they're only letting us see what we need to see, or what they want us to see. But I do believe sometimes they're so busy with their checklist with the astronauts on board the ISS that they lose track of what's on the screen. Because as you well know, when people are looking at screens, they get bored, they get lazy sometimes, and they don't always watch. So maybe some footage slips through. Just my opinion.
Could be.
Anyways, go ahead, Tommy.
Well, you want to start to you want to go to the last part of the segment, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we can go to the last part of the segment. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. This is something that has been bothering Tim and I for some time, and well, actually since it first happened. We talked about this back in the locker room before we suited up tonight to come out, right. And we want to go ahead and get into this. Okay, I guess it's story time with Uncle Tommy Highway. Okay. Once upon a time, there was this huge UFO channel, and we're not going to name any names specifically, but all you folks know who we're talking about. Big UFO channel, had a lot of followers, a lot of views, and in truth, it was a pretty decent channel. Okay, I didn't mind too much myself, but the problem is that the operator of this particular channel managed to go out here recently and get himself into a peck of legal trouble. Okay. And instead of, either denying that he did what he allegedly did, what they say he did, instead of doing that, or just taking it like a man, hey, I did it, or whatever, instead of doing that, what he decided to do was the most ridiculous thing. He actually turned and blamed his legal woes on the UFO conspiracy. And I mean, as crazy as that sounds, we have video that he shot himself of him blaming the UFO conspiracy.
Men in Black.
Right. Yeah. Kidnapped him and all this other stuff. Okay. Now, you have to understand that Tim and I, we run a very credible channel. And as you just saw in the videos that we run, we'll debunk a video right now. Okay. We don't have a problem doing that. We're not
debunk a video immediately. Yeah.
Right. And it's just, there's no question about it. We do that because we have integrity. All right. We have credibility. And that's the reason that we operate the channel the way it's operated. Now, when you're someone that's out there and blames the entirety of the UFO community, you're not only destroying his own credit. Well, he's not only destroying his own credibility, but he's also bringing down the credibility of every other ufologist out there. And yes, Tim, I have embraced that term now. So he's taking our credibility down with him. Now, look, right. we understand that things happen in people's lives, and sometimes everything just washes down the grip, so to speak. We get that, but we're very offended that this man would have chosen I don't know if you want to call it the UFO industry or the movement, or you can call it, think of it however you wish. But this man, the community, this man made a schmuck out of every one of us. Because again, just unbelievable amount of subscribers. He had unbelievable amount of Patreon supporters and all of that. And he played them all for a bunch of fools. And
he lost a lot of them because of it. Yeah.
Right. Now he's let's just say atoning for his sins, I've heard. But, that being said, we're very offended by this particular individual, and that he would actually be as ridiculous as to blame the UFO conspiracy, and harm the UFO community, the alien community at this point. It's just ridiculous. And I, for one, I don't want to, I'm not into the cancel culture, but I, for one, hope that he doesn't come back because of it. And I hope that all of his followers and his supporters take a real good look at him, because they need to.
Yeah. Thank you, Tommy. That was very well said. Do you know what we're talking about, Jax?
I do. Absolutely.
Okay. We're just doing it in a way so that it was kind of vague, so that we don't name names. Correct. But I think most people in the ufology community are well aware of who we're speaking of. And I do have to say one thing. I do support the man when he has legal issues. I understand that. And I am very supportive of this person because of that. But in regards to the way he handled the situation by lying in a video about Men in Black attacking him and torturing him in jail and whatnot, that is what offends me, because he denigrated the ufology community by doing that. He made everyone's job who's working to bring about disclosure in a grassroots movement through the ufology community a much more difficult job, because people aren't going to accept any much information as truth from people because of what this person did. They may not believe as easily as they did before, and that's what bothers me. What do you think, Jax?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you do something wrong, I think you should man up and just admit that you did wrong and pick up the pieces and move on. That's, I feel bad for the guy, but at the same point, I don't feel sorry for him or what he's done. As far as supposedly what they said that he did, but that's neither here and there.
Right.
But it's no, I don't wish anyone bad will on at any point in time. It just pick up and move on.
Right. If you're going to make a video though and explain to your followers and your Patreon subscribers what happened, then at least come clean and tell the truth. Don't butter people up with an entertaining story that is fraudulent and false.
It was clearly BS. Clearly BS.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
he didn't even tell it well.
All he's doing is just damaging his reputation and the reputation of others.
That's right.
Anyways, I'm going to say that's enough said on my part. Tommy, you want to segue into the end of the show?
So I guess, we'll just go ahead and say our goodbyes for the evening, folks. We really appreciate you coming out. Again, the support and all the love that you guys give us. This is the reason we do this. Okay. It's not like we're not YouTube millionaires here. We're at this to try to get to the truth, and we really appreciate it. The other thing is, please go out and visit my website. It's TommyHighway.com. You can pick up some of my books there. Appreciate that. And, again, just really happy to be here. And thanks again, guys.
Also, please go over to Jax at Paranormal Underworld. He has an awesome paranormal website. I don't know if he has any current material, but I'm urging him to start again because he's an excellent narrator and storyteller, and we need to get him out there again doing it. And if you can, go over and sub and give him a few likes. That'll help him out. And if you can, check out Tommy Highway TV merch. That is located on my site, and I will post the link underneath this live afterwards. And check out Jax's merch. You can find that underneath his, in his summary or in his about section on his channel. And also the last request I have is please come over to my channel and subscribe and hit that like button as well. We really appreciate that all of you showed up in the chat room. We had a very good live this evening, and we felt that we conveyed a lot of information, and we really enjoyed the stream. So thanks for coming again. And I want to say from me and Tommy and Jax, have a good evening.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.